Namaste, this is Samta Auntie. In this video, we are going to review the noun categories of 4 clothing items that you already know how to say in Hindi. We're going to be practicing shirt, pants, shoes, and socks. Then we are going to practice the noun category for each of those clothing items so that we can inflect the adjectives to describe those nouns. I know that's a mouthful, but stick with me and you'll get it. First, let's review the vocabulary for each of these clothing items. Shirt is kameez. Pants are pant. Shoes, joothay. Socks, mozay. Now let's put each of those into a noun category. Kameez is a stri word. Pant is two. Joothay are pull, and so are mozay. And you should know from class what pull and stri mean and why knowing whether each of these is pull or stri is important. Now let's do some practice problems. Select the correct way to say red shirt in Hindi. Would it be A, lal kameez, B, lali kameez, or C, lala kameez? And if you're not sure, all you have to do is look at the chart at the top of your screen. You should see the Hindi words and the noun category. So the answer for this one is lal kameez, A. Let's do green and white sock. Would it be A, hara or safeda moza, hari or safeda moza, or C, hara or safed moza? C, hara or safed moza. Let's do blue shirt. Would it be A, neela kameez, B, neeli kameez, or C, neele kameez? B, neeli kameez. Let's do purple shoe. Would it be A, bengan juta, B, bengana juta, or C, bengani juta? C, bengani juta. Let's do pink sock. Would it be A, gulaba moza, B, gulabi moza, or C, gulab moza? B, gulabi moza. Yellow and blue pants. Would it be A, pila or neeli pant, B, pile or neela pant, C, pili or neela pant, or D, pili or neeli pant? D, pili or neeli pant. Now, instead of multiple choice, let's have you put the phrase together. How do we say yellow and white shoes in Hindi? Let's work it through together. What's the noun? Shoes, right? And how do we say shoes in Hindi? Joothay. Is joothay pull or stri? Pull. So now you have everything you need to put the sentence together. Pile or safed joothay. Pile or safed joothay. Blue and white shirt. What's the noun? Shirt. How do we say shirt in Hindi? Kameez. Is it pull or stri? Stri. So now put the sentence together. Neeli or safed kameez. Blue pants. What's the noun? Pants. How do we say pants in Hindi? Pant. Is pant pull or stri? Stri. So put together the words blue pants. Neeli pant. Blue socks. What's the noun? Socks. Pull or stri? Pull. So put it together. Neele mozay. Now if you're confused, wait a second. Why isn't it neela mozay instead of neele? Because your noun socks is plural. If it was blue sock, then it would be neela moza. But this is blue socks, more than one. So it's neele mozay. All right, how do we say black and red socks in Hindi? What's the noun? Mozay. Pull or stri. Pull. So now put it together. Kale or lal mozay. Kale or lal mozay. Now, I had you do this practice problem because it combines two color words. The previous one that we did, blue socks, was only one color word. So now, in case you're wondering, wait a second, why is it kale or lal mozay? Why isn't lal lale? Because remember from class, the word lal does not inflect. That means it does not change. Whether we're talking about lal dresses, lal pants, lal kameez, or lal joothay, it doesn't matter. It always stays as lal. Only the color words, and applies for most of our adjectives, only the adjectives that end with an a sound inflect. Hara, pila, nila, kala. All right, let's do another one. Purple shirt and pink pants. What are the nouns? Shirt, kameez, and pants, pant. Is kameez pull or stri? Stri. What about pant? Also stri. So now put it together. Bangani kameez or gulabi pant. How do we say turquoise and pink sock? What's the noun? Sock. How do we say that in Hindi? Moza. Is it pull or stri? Pull. So put the sentence together. Firozi or gulabi moza. Now, if you're wondering again, wait a second, Auntie, how come it's not firoza or gulaba moza? Because remember what we talked about in class. Firozi is turquoise, gulabi is pink. Our adjectives that end with an E sound do not inflect. So again, whether we're talking about firozi kameez or firozi moza or firozi joothay, firozi always stays firozi. And the same thing applies for gulabi and bangani and chandi. All of our adjectives that end with an E sound always stay that way. They do not inflect. All right, now that we've done that, let's make some practice that's a little bit more challenging by adding our possessive pronouns that we learned in class. And by possessive pronouns, I mean those words that show ownership of something, like my, your, his, hers, our, and their. So let's do my blue shoes. Before, we had blue socks or blue shoes, blue shirts, but now we're adding the word my. So let's run through it. What's the noun? Shoes. How do we say shoes in Hindi? Joothay. Is that pull or stri? Pull. Okay, so now which form of the pronoun my would be correct for this sentence? Let me give you a hint. Would it be mera, meri, or mere? It would be mere. And why is it mere and not mera? Because it says shoes, plural. If it was my blue shoe, then it would be mera. But because it is plural, we say mere. So let's put the sentence together. Mere neele joothay. Mere neele joothay. All right, let's do your red shirt. What's the noun? Shirt. How do we say that in Hindi? Kameez. Is it pull or stri? Stri. What form of the pronoun your would we use? Aapki. Aapki. Now put it together. Aapki lal kameez. Let's do our yellow shirt. What's the noun? Shirt. How do we say that in Hindi? Kameez. Is it pull or stri? Stri. What form of the pronoun our would be the correct one to use? Hamara, hamari, or hamare. This one would be hamari. So, to put it together, it would be hamari pili kameez. Let's do their red, green, and white socks. All right, what's the noun? Socks. In Hindi, that's mozay. Is it pull or stri? Pull. Which form of the pronoun there would be correct for this sentence? And note, in tiny letters there, it says far, which means not visible. So that's your hint to know if we're going to use uska, uski, uske, or unka, unki, unke. For this one, we're going to use unke. So now put the sentence together. Unke lal, hare, or safed mozay. Let's do his blue pants and red shoes. What are the nouns? Pants, pant, and shoes are joothay. Is pant pull or stri? Stri. What about joothay? Pull. And which form of the pronoun his would be correct for this sentence? And notice the information provided. It says informal and near. So the pronoun would be uski. Now put the sentence together. Uski neeli pant or lal joothay. What if we swap the order of the nouns from the last example to his red shoes and blue pants instead of his blue pants and red shoes? The question we want to answer is, does changing the order of the nouns change the sentence? You bet it does. Let's take a closer look now. There are two nouns. Blue pants are neeli pant, and we know that pant is stri. Red shoes are lal joothay, and we know that that is pull. Those nouns are common to both sentences. What's different about them is the order in which they occur. In the first sentence, blue pants comes first, followed by red shoes, and in the second sentence, red shoes is followed by blue pants. Now hold on to that thought for a second. Now let's talk about the possessive pronoun for his. It says that this is informal and near, which you should remember from class means that we will use some form of uska. But which one? Use the first noun as your guide. In the first sentence, pants is the first noun. And since pant is a stri noun, it would be uski. In the second sentence, shoes is the first noun. Joothay is a pull noun, so we would use uska. Now, let's see both sentences in full. Uski neeli pant or lal joothay, and the other, uska lal joothay or neeli pant. So the trick is use the noun that's closest or first to determine which possessive pronoun you're going to use. All right, I know that that was tough and a lot of work, but you did an excellent job. And all this means is that you're progressing further and further, deeper and deeper into your knowledge of Hindi. So refer to your notes from class if you're getting confused, and remember to ask me questions in class. Dhanyavad for joining me. I'll see you in class.